I was talking to my friends tonight about someone I fancied and telling them the situation and how his response was like scared. And my friend said, well, you know, how about you don't approach him from your sexuality but from your heart? And I said, oh my God, how do I do that? And she said, well, come and see David Deida tonight.
Do you eventually want to have sex with him? I mean, if things work out.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine you'd want to approach him with your sexuality and your heart.
Definitely.
Okay? And if he runs, then he's not worth it. That's instant disqualification.
That was easy.
Well, you seem very open, so can I give you the the quick but potentially painful and always embarrassing but highly effective method to get a good man? Okay, come on up here. Thank you. You can stand right here, look out at the guys. Now, for a moment, men, all of you are single. I just bumped, you're single. Suddenly the room gets happy. No. Suddenly, all of you men, just imagine that you're single, so you're feeling her from a place of availability. That you're available, she's available, there's a potential there. Okay? See, because at heart we're all identical. Your heart and my heart are identical. It's the way that we show our hearts through our bodies, including our sexuality, that attracts various kinds of people. So if you want a man of passion, intensity, of consciousness, and presence, you have to offer what's the opposite of that? What will attract it? The reciprocal of it. They're like magnets. They attract the opposite. The north and south poles of magnets attract each other. So we'll just begin experimenting with that. We'll find out how the men respond, and then you could have anyone you want. Okay? So we'll see how it goes. So first, just look out at the audience. You don't have to look at me. I'm just going to whisper things. If you can't hear me, tell me. But just for a moment, I'm going to let you stand and look at them. And men, what you're going to do is I'm going to ask you to vote. Yes, she's more attractive. Vote. Yes, she's more attractive, or no, she's not more attractive. Like I said, this will go easy. Okay, so I'm going to whisper things in your ear now, okay? Soften your belly, soften your throat. Continue feeling it. Is this too much for you?
No.
See what happens, just so everybody understands, is people would already be doing what shows their hearts if it was comfortable. The reason our patterns are not revealing our hearts is because it's uncomfortable. So I'm whispering things in her that are bringing her up against the edges of her patterns, and that develops energy, and it's very common for people to giggle and get nervous and stuff because the energy that would freely move is up against the blocks that the patterns cause, so they come out in all kinds of strange ways. We just let those ways pass, and then we feel the real stuff underneath that. Raise your hand if she's more attractive now than she was before the instruction. I mean, you could probably start having all the ladies here, too, it looks like. So you're going to have your choice of... No, it's your love. I mean, women love and openness, too. I mean, I'm going to do something to her that's artificial, but just to kind of open a pattern. So raise your hand if she's more attractive. Okay, so keep it soft and open like your heart's coming through your fingertips. Now the same thing with your legs. Just feel it from your legs. Raise your hand if she's more attractive. Okay, see? Now, continue on your own. You don't have to exaggerate it. If you want, you could relax your arms a little bit. Stay in eye contact. You can put your arms wherever you want, wherever they feel comfortable. Now continue practicing. Does she feel... Well, I don't have to say it, do I? Men, raise your hand if she feels like you would more likely want to be with her now than before any of these exercises. Ladies, raise your hand. I told her, first of all, to feel every man in here as if they were a weary warrior who had just come home from war and were feeling suffering and burdened by life, which is how most men feel. And to feel, because men identify with consciousness, and life itself feels like a crunch, like a war, like something that has to be done, someone's got to do it. There's an essential sense of being not at home in life for the masculine. So I just asked her to feel that in men and offer her heart as a healing to those weary hearts of men. And then I offered her to allow herself to open her body as if she were sexually taking him and trustable men inside of her and healing them in her body sexually. And then I asked her to allow her heart to shine like light to the whole room, which it natively wants to do. She's very good at it and so forth. Then I asked her to allow her arms and her legs to move as light, to open as light. And the more she did all of those things, the more she just became more naturally open. Now old habits will creep back in. So we have to see. And they'll come back in, but now you know, so go remember everything I told you and try it right now. Right now. Just practice it, look at them, remember what I told you, I just repeated it again. Breathe. Open your heart, beam from your heart. Feel the weary warriors who need your healing. Take them inside of you to give them your love. So you could see how easy it is to become transparent to love, to become radiant. And also how easy it is to forget, to come back into old patterns. It's a moment-by-moment kind of practice. Now if you can stay with just those practices we've described, you could walk back to your seat when you're ready, you could walk tonight out of here, stay practicing those things, and everything will shift. The kind of man you attract will be totally different. He'll be a man attracted to openness, to love, and sexuality, which I think is what you wanted, not a man who runs. See, you're kind of running from your own openness every time you forget it. And so you attract men who run. You feel that? Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love is all of this. Love is the nature of everything. Love is the nature of you and I. Love is who is speaking. Love is who is listening. To maintain continuity with that love, as that love, is the practice. Now, that gets into the details then. What does that mean? How do you breathe to maintain that continuity with love? What posture shall you be sitting in? How will you walk to maintain that continuity with love? What foods do you eat? When you have sex, how do you have sex? How don't you have sex? When you talk to your children, how do you talk to the children? When is it appropriate to be with them? When is it appropriate for them to be with somebody else? All the details of life come from the discrimination of feeling what allows this love to magnify through my life as a gift to all.